Hello everyone, I'm Brigitte Maassen for Senior Moments. You may be very busy with kids and grandkids for all kinds of summer sports like fishing, camping, swimming, and you name it. But when you decide to take a break, turn on the air conditioner and turn on your TV for Senior Moment. Senior Moment covers events, activities at senior centers in the Ann Arbor, Ypsilanti area, such as the Ann Arbor Senior Center, Turner Senior Center, the Pittsfield Senior Center, and the Ann Arbor Community Center. Also, the show provides valuable information for senior citizens on such issues as health, wealth, finance, and entertainment. Senior Moments is a monthly show. It premieres on the last Sunday of the month at 5 p.m. and it reruns 10 times a week on CTN Channel 16. Please check out our website at a2gov.org/CTN for the playback schedule. Also, you can watch the show on YouTube. Please log on to youtube.com/CTN Ann Arbor to view current and archived shows. You may already get tired of the summer, but in fact, it will last for only a month, so please enjoy it before you miss it. Hello, welcome to Senior Moments. I'm Brigitte Maassen, and we are here today with Katie Monkiewicz of the Washtenaw Library for the Blind and Print Disabled at the Ann Arbor District Library. Thank you for coming, Katie, to visit us. And I know you have been here before, so this is a repeat visit. Yeah. And we are very interested to. You have come to the show many times, and I think a lot of people know something about you, but a lot of people don't. It's the first time they see you. They're always interested about your background. Where are you from, you know, and how did you end up in your position? So we really would like to know about that.
Sure. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me. It's always a pleasure to be here and to tell you about our services. So I appreciate that. To tell you a little bit about myself, I've worked at the Ann Arbor District Library for 15 years. Before that, I grew up in Milford, Michigan, not too far from here. And then I got my undergraduate degree at Eastern Michigan, stuck around Ann Arbor for a little bit, got my master's degree at University of Michigan, got this wonderful job at the library, and just decided to stay. So here I am.
Wonderful. It's so great to have you again. And also, what is the Washtenaw Library for the Blind and Disabled? What, maybe tell us about, what is it about?
Definitely. So we're part of a national service. So the service is available anywhere in the U.S., but we service all of Washtenaw County. And what we do is we provide materials to folks who are unable to read standard print, maybe because they have a visual, physical, or learning disability. And so for those folks, depending on what they need, we can provide resources in audio, large print, braille, we've got descriptive video, and lots of other ways that we can help folks with assistive technology and things like that.
Wonderful. Do you have to bring any proof or anything when you come to the library in order to get your services?
Yeah, well, no is the answer to that, but the really big answer to that question is you don't actually have to come into the library to apply for these services. We realize that that can be a hardship for some people trying to make it into one of our branches. So you can actually find our application online on our website. Okay, yeah. So it's wlbpd.aadl.org. The application is right there. You can fill it out and then email it in. If that's easy for you, you can mail it in. Or you can call us and we can help you fill out the application right over the phone. As far as proof of disability, we don't need a signature or anything like that from anybody, but we just need some simple information, like what's the name of the doctor that would be able to verify that you have this disability. Not that we're going to call them or anything, but just in case we need to or something. But it's not anything where we're really asking you to give us hard proof. We generally believe people when they tell us that we need help.
But you have to live in Washtenaw County.
You do, yes. So that is qualifying. But if you don't live in Washtenaw County, we can find the library for you that serves you. So we're happy to help with that too.
Okay. Oh, that's wonderful. Because sometimes people live in a different district and so.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that either. Fantastic.
Yeah.
And I think you brought some different devices and you can maybe show us to see which are, how helpful they are and how you are able to get them or borrow them.
Yeah. So I'll talk about a couple of things that I have here. The first is probably something that people are fairly familiar with. This is just a large print book. So the type is just generally a little bit larger than your standard print. Helps folks who have a little bit of limited vision, and sometimes this is a transition from regular print to audio, but these come in reusable mail bags. So they just look like cloth envelopes, and you just, when you're done with the book, stick it right back in the envelope and send it back to the library. These come through the mail. It's free of charge. This whole service is free of charge, so there's no cost associated with that.
And you can also drop them off at the library as well. Okay.
Yes, yep. So we'll mail them to you. You can send them back or you can drop them off. So that's one of our pretty basic services. One of the things that people get really excited about is this. This is our digital talking book machine. And this plays audiobooks that are provided by the library. And the audiobooks come on a digital cartridge that looks like this. And this is actually just a USB drive that's enclosed in plastic to make it easier to handle. See that it's got a hole in here, so it's easy to tell and feel. It only goes in one way. You can't mess it up how it goes in.
Great.
And then, let's see if I can get it. When you turn the player on, the volume is kind of low. But it talks to you. And each of the buttons, when you press them, will give you instruction on what they do if there's not a book in it. And when the book is in here, these buttons make it easy to navigate. You can make bookmarks and skip through those. You can skip by chapter, and there's several books on here, and people really like hanging on to these for a while, and then you just return them back to the library when you're done. So you can hang on to the player. That was the book I'm talking about that you returned.
Right. So most books you would be interested in are available in this format?
Yes. I mean, sometimes it takes a little bit longer for the audiobooks to get produced, but generally these days we're getting them, most of the books, just as quickly as a commercial audiobook. And quite often the books are the commercial audiobooks, so we're getting the same quality book as a book on CD or something like that.
And also the larger print are available in most books?
I think most books are available in large print, and if they're not, then we definitely encourage folks to try out the audio.
Yeah.
The other thing that I really want to mention really quickly is the app that we have. That is on. I'm showing you it on my iPad right here.
Okay.
But it's an app. It's called Braille and Audio Reading Download. It's Bard. So Bard Mobile is the name of the app. And I don't know how well you can see this, but the app mimics the face of the player, so they look very similar. So if you know how to use this, the app is really simple. I find the app to be really simple to use anyway, and you don't have to use it on a giant iPad like this. You can use it on your phone or any smart device that you have. It's available for Android or iOS. So I really, really love that Bard app, and we're finding more of our patrons are using it every day.
Especially because most people now have, like a phone.
Exactly.
And so it's just like an app you put on, and then probably would be much quicker to get books as well.
It's so quick. It's so quick. There's no waiting list or anything like that you might sit through if you were just waiting for a book at the regular library. You get your books right away through this service.
Wow.
So yeah, it's really nice.
I'm just thinking, I'm just trying to see, if I don't miss anything, because if there's anything new since we, you came, for an interview the last time. And I think people, especially now, people are getting older and having more problems with vision. And it's wonderful because, you get very lonely if you are not able to see well. And having this is just so, I think, fantastic. I think nowadays it's a good time to live in this now, because when you think about 20 years, 30 years ago, you didn't have all this available.
Yeah, and at the tip of your fingertips like that, it's just amazing.
Right. Yeah. I'm just thinking, I hope I don't. And so So you probably already mentioned the phone number and the web address and everything where people could contact the library.
Yeah, so I said the web address, which is wlbpd.aadl.org, bunch of letters. But you can also call us at 734-327-4224 or email us at wlbpd@aadl.org.
Okay, yeah. And is there anything maybe, you would like to talk about the library we maybe didn't cover?
Well, there's so much happening at the library.
Yeah, I'm interested, yeah.
I was kind of wishing that we'd had this conversation a month and a half ago, because we had a technology and a technology fair basically for folks who are visually and physically disabled. It's called Visions, but we have it every year, so I wanted to mention it again for folks who might be watching. Keep an eye out next June for Visions. We'd love to have you come by.
Okay, it's in June.
It's in June, every year. So it's downtown every year in June, usually the first week. Keep an eye out for that, but I wanted to tell you about what's going on right now at the library,
yeah.
And that's the summer game. So we've got this awesome summer game going on, and it's not just about reading, although there's a lot of reading involved. There's also some scavenger hunt elements to it that can be done online and throughout the community and at our branch libraries. And one of the things that we've got at the branches right now is a code search. You look for different codes around the library, but at each of the desks, we've got them available in Braille. So if you've got any of our Braille readers out there interested, you might want to stop into the branch libraries and play the summer game. You can win fun prizes, and it's just a wonderful time.
Wow. I mean, anybody can do it. You
Anybody.
don't have to be,
You actually don't even have to live in Ann Arbor, so it's really fun for anybody, all ages, and we love to have people come and play the game. It's
wonderful.
a great way to get involved with the community.
Well, great.
Yeah.
Thank you that I mentioned it to you.
Yeah.
And so, and actually, I thank you so much again for, you probably will have repeat visits because things are changing constantly.
Yeah.
And we want to make sure that everybody, especially seniors, will be up to date and know what is available for anybody, and it really enriches their lives. So thank you so much again for coming here and visiting us and bringing all those wonderful devices which will be so helpful. Thank you so much again.
You're so welcome. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and thank you for coming again. Congratulations to CTN on its 50th year anniversary. I'm Brigitte Maassen, host of Senior Moments. Senior Moments has provided Ann Arbor seniors valuable information of health, wealth, finance, and entertainment. The show has been running for 22 years. In other words, it has been covering almost half of CTN's entire history. For these 2 decades, a number of wonderful guests have been introduced to our brilliant hosts with fun and excitement. CTN will surely continue its service for the next decade and more. As long as CTN continues, Senior Moments also will continue to serve seniors with pride and joy.
No! Yes!
Thank you for joining us on Senior Moments. I hope you enjoyed the show. I'm Brigitte Maassen. See you next time.